The movie Our Fault started with Noah at the airport with her flight delayed. She seized the opportunity to check things out at the airport. A few minutes later, Noah boarded, and just then she met Simon in an awkward way, as his coffee spilled on his clothes while being startled by Noah's appearance. When they landed, Simon suggested they both share a taxi, and Noah turned it down, saying she is being picked up. He then asked to get her number, which she declined. Before leaving, Simon told Noah next time they eventually meet, she owe him a coffee. This was as a reference to the coffee spill when they were on the plane. Noah, on waiting for her ride, saw a red, beautiful car that caught her attention. I'm guessing that was Simon. Just then, Noah heard her name from distance. She looked, and it was her friend Jenna. They hugged, and Jenna, excited, told her she is getting married. Jenna took Noah to the wedding preparation. Just then, Noah was handed her clothes for the occasion. Noah was shocked to see the clothes given to her, as it wasn't that of a bridesmaid. She confronted Jenna about it, and Jenna responded, saying she didn't match with her cousin. Just then, a glass shattered close by. Jenna, still bothered about the whole preparation, wasn't answering Noah's question about her being the maid of honor. Jenna then assured her everything will be okay. The next scene shows Noah coming down with a beautiful white dress. Just then she saw Nick stepping out of his car. She quickly hid from him. Noah, now downstairs, heard Jenna calling her name. She turned, and then Jenna introduced her uncle to her before leaving them to discuss. As they were talking, Noah sighted Nick from afar, and she seems lost in the conversation. The movie then shifted to them going for a rehearsal at the resort. Just then, Noah was asked to share a ride with Nick. The ride was a very silent ride. They both spent time looking at each other stylishly. A kid broke the silence by asking about a strong smell in the car. Just then, Nick answered, saying it his aftershave. Noah seized the opportunity to roll down the window on her side, but Nick rolled it up back. She showed her pettiness by spraying a perfume on her neck. This made Nick roll down the window. Noah went further to roll it up back. They did that continuously until Noah gave up. Now at the rehearsal, Noah was asked to hold Nick by his arm. After rehearsal, it was time for dinner. At the dinner table, Noah observed she and Nick are to seat next to each other. This is starting to get suspicious, as it seems someone is trying to ship them. The next day, Lion and Jenna's white wedding goes perfectly. Later that evening, Lion brings up Noah while talking to Nick, teasing him about who she was spending time with the night before. Nick brushes it off, pretending not to care. When the couple begins their first dance, Lion and Jenna invite Noah and Nick to dance together. What starts as an awkward moment quickly turns into something intense. The sparks between them reignite, and they can no longer resist their feelings. The two become romantically involved once again. The next morning, Nick wakes up and starts getting dressed to leave. Noah stops him and says she saw what he wrote in the cemetery. I will always be your light in the darkness. Nick replies coldly. The rain probably washed it off. But Noah looks at him and says softly, today I saw the light. It was you. Still, Nick can't forget seeing Noah with another man. The tension remains unresolved. Days later, Noah arrives at Elysium University to collect her certificate and move on with her life. Things don't go smoothly. She injures herself and ends up in the hospital for treatment. Nearby, Michael is dealing with his own issues at work. His superior confronts him about an incident involving a university employee having an affair with a student, something Michael failed to mention in his report. The organization decides to open a full investigation. Meanwhile, Nick is in a board meeting. It's revealed that 2 years earlier, his father handed the family business over to him. The story cuts to Noah, who's stuck in traffic. She meets someone but doesn't realize it's Simon, the guy from the flight. Later, she arrives at a company to apply for a job, and by coincidence, Simon turns out to be in charge. She gets the position, and her life begins to settle into a new rhythm. On the other hand, Nick is restless. He can't sleep and seems distant from the woman he's now seeing, Sophia. When Sophia asks if he saw Noah at the wedding, Nick admits he did, but lies, saying they barely spoke. Back at work, Noah's collaboration with Simon goes well, and they grow close. Nick, however, keeps checking her Instagram, unable to move on. Meanwhile, his company is facing public backlash and growing dissatisfaction among clients. Later, Noah hangs out with Simon, and the two share a kiss. At the office, they play a game, which Noah wins, but their fun is interrupted when Nick shows up. He informs them that he's just bought shares in the company. Noah is visibly upset by his presence. Over time, Nick's jealousy grows whenever he sees Noah and Simon together. One day, while Noah is hanging out with Jenna, she comes across an article about Nick and Sophia planning to settle down. Soon after, Noah runs into Michael. She tries to talk to him, but he's clearly struggling and refuses to engage. Later, Noah helps her mother with something at home. Her mom uses the moment to ask for forgiveness, but Noah isn't ready to forgive her. Moments later, Nick arrives for a business lunch with the family. Afterward, the scene shifts to Noah at Simon's apartment. They're officially in a relationship. Noah tries to bring up her history with Nick, but Simon cuts her off, saying he doesn't care. The next day at work, Noah and Nick share an elevator. Nick tells her he's installed CCTV cameras throughout the office. Not long after, Noah and Simon get into an argument, and Nick can't hide his satisfaction. But when Noah submits her resignation letter, Nick's attitude changes. He tries to get close to her again. When he touches her, Noah reminds him about the cameras and tells him bluntly, "Accept that I'm with Simon the same way I've accepted that you're with Sophia." Later that day, Noah and Nick's younger sister visit Noah's mother. Just as they arrive, Nick shows up too. During lunch, his mother tells him she needs to talk. It's about Maggie. She explains that she plans to give Maggie's custody to her father, William. Nick gets angry, accusing her of abandoning Maggie like she did him. She assures him she's not abandoning anyone but confesses she's been battling leukemia for 4 years. That night, Noah and Nick put Maggie to bed. As they leave her room, Nick gently stops Noah and says, "I don't want to sleep alone tonight." The two give in to their feelings once more. The next morning, Nick wakes up to find Noah gone. Meanwhile, Noah drives away in tears, pulling over suddenly when she notices a stain. She's bleeding. At the hospital, doctors tell her she's 16 weeks pregnant. They explain she has an intrauterine hematoma, which caused the bleeding she thought was her period. Unbeknownst to her, Michael overhears the conversation and sneaks into her file. Later, Noah tells Jenna about the pregnancy. Jenna is thrilled and insists Noah should tell the baby's father, who from all indications is Nick. Jenna immediately shares the news with her husband. At the same time, Michael meets Sophia and informs her that Nick and Noah have been working together. He even shows her Noah's pregnancy results. Days later, Nick and Simon co-host an event. Meanwhile, Sophia and Noah have a private conversation about the pregnancy. Noah asks Sophia for help in ending it, without letting Nick find out. During the party, Nick watches Noah having fun with Simon. He approaches her, suggesting she should come back to work. When Noah steps outside, Nick grabs her and kisses her, but Sophia sees them. Noah starts feeling unwell, so Nick offers to take her home. Once there, he helps her to bed, and they talk about their complicated relationship. Noah insists they can't continue since he's with someone else. Nick says goodbye and leaves. Moments later, Noah collapses and is rushed to the hospital. The next scene cuts to a funeral. It appears Noah has died, but it's revealed that it's actually Nick's mother who passed away after her illness. Maggie struggles to cope, refusing to stay with her father. Noah comforts her and eventually helps her calm down. Later, Noah meets Simon to tell him something important, though it's not shown what. The next scene shows them arguing over the phone. Simon accuses her of buying shares in his company to fix her own mess. Meanwhile, Michael's case is officially concluded. His boss tells him to resign instead of being fired. He later goes to see a patient. It's Briar. As Noah prepares to leave, Nick arrives and tells her he wants to start over with her, this time just the two of them. That's when Noah reveals she's pregnant. Shocked, Nick promises to take care of her and asks for forgiveness. Noah drives off, but Nick follows her. During the chase, she reveals she's 6 months pregnant, which makes Nick emotional. As they drive, a group of protesters appears, and in the chaos, one of them, the same strange protester from earlier, shoots Nick before fleeing. Noah screams as he's rushed to the hospital. Nick survives but remains in a coma for some time. When he finally wakes, Noah has already given birth. She visits him, and Nick gifts her a necklace, something she cherishes deeply. Moments later, Noah steps out to get a drink, but when Nick turns around, he realizes the baby is gone, taken by a shadowy figure. It's Briar, holding a knife. Sensing something is wrong, Noah creeps upstairs while Nick presses the SOS button. Noah runs upstairs only to be attacked by Michael, but she fights back and escapes. She finds Briar holding her child and tries to reach her, but Michael catches up. Meanwhile, Nick's dog attacks Michael, saving Nick's life. Noah manages to grab her child back and send the dog after Briar. The police arrive and arrest Briar. The story ends with Noah and Nick finally living peacefully. They get married in a beautiful ceremony, and afterward, Noah surprises Nick with his dream car. The two take it for a drive together, smiling and free at last. The movie ends. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more movie recaps like this.